Yeah, welcome to the vibe. Stay wavy in the mix, got the culture on the rise. Tap in, hit subscribe, ring that bell, let it ride. We gon' surf through the trends, give you game every time. Reviews, new views, keep it honest, never fake. If you're looking for the wave, this is the
NBA
channel
basketball player Wendell Carter Jr., who plays for the Orlando Magic, confirms that he's in a relationship with WNBA superstar Angel Reese. So after months of rumors swirling around a possible relationship between All-Star Chicago Sky center Angel Reese and Orlando Magic center Wendell Carter Jr., the 8-year NBA veteran finally addressed it with the FanDuel TV Run It Back NBA crew of Lou Williams, Chandler Parsons, and Michelle Beadle. He says, "That's the homie for sure," Carter said. "We locked in. Y'all gonna find out when y'all need to find out. We'll just leave it at that. That's my girl though. We locked in for sure." Carter's statement was committal but also vague. According to Jenna Lamoncelli of the New York Post, the two were first linked earlier in 2025 when Carter attended Reese's 23rd birthday party in May. He was also at the WNBA All-Star Game in July, wearing a shirt with Reese's picture on it. Reese has yet to address the relationship rumors, but she's dropped various hints on social media, whether through a recent photo of her in Orlando gear or by attending multiple of Carter's games this season. Reese is currently in the offseason after her second WNBA campaign. She made the All-Star game for the second straight season, averaging 14.7 points and 12.6 rebounds. Over her short career, she's totaled 46 double-doubles, the most by any player in their first two seasons. Carter, who was drafted by the Chicago Bulls at number 7 back in 2018, spent 2.5 seasons in Chicago before being traded to the Magic in March of 2021, where he's played ever since. This season, he's averaged 12.7 points and 7.7 rebounds while shooting 44% on nearly 3 3-point attempts per game. Hey, listen, man. Shout out to Wendell Carter Jr., man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. He's not a popular NBA player, but the fact that he's in a relationship with Angel Reese, it's definitely gonna make people more aware of who he is. You know what I'm saying? Angel Reese, whether you like her or not, she's a bona fide superstar in the WNBA. You know what I'm saying? She don't know how to make layups properly. She's not a good 3-point shooter, but she's good at what she does, bruh. She's probably, if not the best, one of the best rebounders in the WNBA. And she's having a pretty solid season, you know what I'm saying? She started off the season really rough coming off that injury from last season. But, she's improved. She's gotten better. Angel Reese, man, you know what I'm saying? She should only get better as time goes on. But I'm surprised that out of all dudes in the NBA, she's dating Wendell Carter Jr., you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to him, but, he's a nobody in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, he plays for one of the least popular teams in the NBA. He's never made an all-star team, never won an MVP award, never won a six-man or anything like that. So I'm surprised, man. I always thought Angel Reese would be in a relationship with a rapper, like a hood rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like a future Playboy Cardi type dude. The fact that she's dating Wendell Carter Jr., who, is a nobody in the NBA, man, I'm surprised about that, man. I'm surprised. But you know what it is, y'all? A lot of women, like, there's a lot of women out there, they don't want to date a dude that's more popular than them because they be insecure, you know what I'm saying? Like, they have a lot of insecurity of, getting outshined, or, like, for example, right, look at Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry's married. Him and his wife have like 4 or 5 kids, right? And his wife has said on record that she's jealous of the attention that Steph Curry gets because she doesn't even get half of that attention. Women throw themselves at Steph Curry because, he's the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. He's a 4-time NBA champion, you know what I'm saying? He won an NBA Finals MVP. Steph Curry is a very popular basketball player. Other than LeBron James, he's probably the second most popular basketball player in the NBA. And Ayesha Curry is very jealous and insecure about that because, she doesn't understand why, men who are, whether it's, NBA players or rappers or actors, dudes aren't out here, shooting a shot at Ayesha Curry because they all know that she's married to Steph Curry. And that upsets her, you know what I'm saying? Like, she thinks, in her mind, she thinks because she's beautiful, that even if she's married with a bunch of kids, she thinks that dude should still try to shoot a shot at her to feed her ego. And that's why I think a woman like Angel Reese, because one thing we know about Angel Reese, bro, is she's very cocky, very conceited. She has a very big ego, and she's very desperate for attention. You know what I'm saying? This is why she's constantly posting inappropriate pictures on social media. This is why she's going on Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out show, you know, with the cheeks out, you know what I'm saying? Because she loves when people give her attention for her body. You know what I'm saying? She puts more effort into, you know, being an Instagram model than being a good WNBA basketball player. So that's why I think she's dating Wendell Carter Jr. I don't think it's because she actually likes the dude. I think that, you know, she made the choice to date somebody that's not as known as her and not as popular as her, so he doesn't outshine her. Because if she was to date a player like Ja Morant or an Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying, any of the young up-and-coming stars, you know, even the SGA, right? She already knows that these are players that are more known in the sport than she is. You know, she's more popular than Wendell Carter Jr. Even though Wendell Carter Jr. plays in the NBA, he's not popular at all. Like I said, he plays for one of the least popular teams in the league, the Orlando Magic. I don't think the Orlando Magic have ever won a championship in their franchise history. You know, the only attention that they got recently was when they had Dwight Howard back in the day, right? So yeah, like there's a select few players that she could date in the NBA that isn't as popular as she is. But, you know, I don't think she would date, like I said, a Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? Any of the top up-and-coming young dudes, because they're more popular than her and they would outshine her. And I think that I don't think she would like that. I think she would do the same thing Ayesha Curry is doing, you know what I'm saying? Going on talk shows with Jada Pinkett and just, you know, basically, you know, saying a bunch of things to degrade her man, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Wendell Carter Jr. Angel Reese is a very beautiful woman. But this is surprising that out of all people in the NBA, this is who she's dating. So with that being said, man, let me know what you guys think about this video. It's your boy Wavy, Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up the video, and leave a comment. Let me know what y'all think about this topic. I'm out.
Stay Wavy signing out, ride the tide, no doubt. From the rooftop glow to the neon cloud. You tapped in, so I gotta say love. Like, subscribe, keep the motion above. Until the next wave, we out. Peace.